Hi friends. Uh, what I just showed you is the WoodRiver Spokeshave. Uh, it's a very nice Spokeshave. I think the Spokeshave definitely has its place. Uh, I only like it if things are going well. If things aren't going well with the wood, if I'm getting a lot of tear out, then I put it away. I think I've gone over that enough. What I wanted to go over today was that's going to help you with your Spokeshave journey is sharpening your Spokeshave, and this is only for this particular model, and it kind of applies to this antique Spokeshave as well. And let's look at a little bit of the anatomy of the Spokeshaves. Not all Spokeshaves are like this, but you can see it with the antique Spokeshave. So basically, with this particular one, the adjustment screws are welded right to the blade. So it's essentially the shape of my fingers. It's like a U. And the same's true for this updated version of your depth gauge, your throat gauge. I'm actually adjusting the blade back and forth is what changes the opening of the throat. But here's our cutter. And again, we have that configuration. Now there's a cool thing, because I was wanting to sharpen it today, and I was like, man, how the heck am I supposed to sharpen this really nice plane iron, which is super thick, which gives you a lot less chatter and whatnot, and allows you to put a good edge on it. But I was like, how am I going to do this? So I started, and let me take this apart, and I'll show you what I came up with. Okay, so here we have, I've taken the thumb screws and washers completely off and separated the iron and the posts from the body of it. Really nice, really pleased with this. But I was like, you know, with these posts, these are going to get in the way of sharpening. And then I kind of had an aha moment. I looked at the bottom of this and I was like, wow, what if somebody got smart and actually threaded those on there? And bingo. So, with the help of my trusty little tiny set of those guys, now I did not clamp onto that. I just snugged them to where I could get some pressure on them, and they came out perfectly. So let me remove those and I'll be right back. Now, once I had these posts off, it is actually pretty narrow of an iron, and it just, I started working on my stone here just to see how it was going to go, because ultimately I want to get this on my Tormac. I want to get this on my water wheel. But I was like, how do I even hold this on a stone? And so this is what I came up with. I took the posts, and since it's the same thread, I carefully, now you got to be careful, and this one didn't want to go in all the way. This one did. But all I need is something to hold it like this. So now we're home free. You can either do your stone, like we've talked about, or I've got my Tormac going here. And let me get you situated, and we'll start working on the Tormac. Now, the thing that I'm going to use the water stone for, as always, is we're going to remove that burr. Let's see. And now we can go back onto this water stone. Now we have the carborundum that it has coarse, it has fine, and you actually take this carborundum and the coarse obviously transfers a coarseness to this stone. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to ease this in there and just apply a normal pressure. Holding onto the posts. So that's my trick. Not too bad, eh? So, I'll run this through this grit until I'm happy. Whoops. There we go. Then we'll kick it up a notch to fine, and then we'll come over here and we'll buff it, and we will have an excellent edge on our Spokeshave. So let me get through all of that, and we'll see how she cuts. See you in a bit. All right, so we're back. Not terrible. I don't like doing irons by freehand, but it's so small I don't have a jig that's gonna do what I would like it to do. But anyway, so we're just gonna reverse the process. We'll put the posts back in the holes, make them snug, and put this thing back together and try and get it dialed in. Okay, now we've got it back together and we've got it dialed in, and here's what we're getting. That's a little thicker. So basically, you just have to adjust your, the blade height stays the same. It's fixed on this one, but you can open and shorten or lengthen the opening between the sole and the blade, or the iron. You can see what I'm getting to now. That's about what I like. And you can see the results are getting better. Let's see, you definitely have to figure out the direction of your grain with a Spokeshave, as well as a draw knife. Let's see what's coming off now. And this is effortless. Okay, and right about here, my grain switches direction. So from here this way, I've got to come this way. Barely putting downward pressure on this thing. I'm just letting the, oh, there was a nice one. I'm just letting this guy do the work. We're looking good here. This a little. Not too bad. And remember, I've said this on other videos too, you can, to practice with your draw knife and your Spokeshave, you can take your big horseshoe rounds and you can make marks in it, and then just work on trying to remove the marks. Don't, try to remove a whole bunch of material at once. You will not be happy with the results. So anyway, I think that covers what I wanted to talk about with the Spokeshave. As with any edge tool, it should be effortless. It should be pretty effortless. You know, it's one thing to cut hair and it's one thing to cut paper, but it really does come down to how does it cut the wood. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. We're still inching towards 300 subscribers, new subscribers. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. And I hope this was helpful. Remember to be kind, and we'll see you on the next video.